The nurses and doctors worked tirelessly to save the young man riddled with multiple bullets, 10 hours straight, removing bullets, patching wounds, trying to restore life. Then I realized I was standing beside them, watching. It hit me. They were trying to save me. I spoke, no one heard me. I reached for my body, I couldn't wake myself up.
We've done all we can for him. He needs to fight to live. I hope he comes out of this coma soon.
A coma? Oh my God. How did I get here? As if answering my question, my world shifted. I felt the tension too late. 2 rival gangs opened fire. Bullets flew everywhere. As I was about to escape and step into a store, boom! Everything went black. The store owner rushed outside, saw my body in a pool of blood, and dialed 911. My world shifted again, and at JFK Airport, I walked through security, greeted by a familiar face.
Welcome to New York City. Welcome to the grind.
I didn't recognize him fully, but it seems I trusted him. We took bus after bus until we arrived at a small apartment in Bronx, New York. At first glance, it almost seemed like somewhere I know.
This is home. Are you hungry?
I nodded, apparently too tired to speak. In the kitchen, he placed a plate of rice and stew on the table.
Auntie put in a lot to get you here. You'll make her proud. Right?
Auntie? Who is Auntie, I thought. My world shifted again. Now I am in a modest apartment. A woman speaks warmly to me. I know I have been here before. It looks just like the other apartment in the Bronx, but it felt like home.
As we agreed, the insurance is for you to travel and study and make us all proud. Nkemka, everything is set for you to leave. I am so proud of you.
In the corner, 2 young boys watched us, my brothers.
Your brothers and I are praying for you.
But where is my father? My world shifted again. A burial ground. My mother, my brothers, and I stand with our families burying my father. Then inside our living room, a lawyer reads his will. Land in the village. Life insurance. Pension from work. My mother looks at me with determination in her eyes.
The land will be cultivated and will live on his pension and my small business.
Okay, so I am Nkemka. No father, hard-working mother, 2 brothers. But where is this? What is this place called? I shifted again and found myself outside of the home. I walked around taking in the scenery. Then I saw the signs. I am in Ajagunle, Lagos State. As soon as that realization hits me, I was shifted back into the apartment. Just in time to hear my mother's phone ringing.
Chukwuma, I haven't heard from your brother in 3 months.
Mama, don't worry, he'll call. A phone rings. My mother rushes to answer.
Chooks, thank God, I've been calling. Are you okay?
As the conversation continues,
Her face changes.
her hands tremble. Her eyes fill with tears. She clutches her chest, falls to her knees.
Mama, what is it?
Your brother was shot. He's been in a coma for 3 months.
Chukwuma kneels beside her, holding her. Then he looks straight at me. You better come out of that coma, without moving his lips or speaking out. I was shocked. He could feel me. He continued looking at me and spoke again, without his lips moving. Fight for your life, brother. Fight for Mama. Fight for us. You are all we have. I shifted again and found myself in the hospital room. Doctors and nurses surrounded my body. I whispered to myself,
I want to live.
Then my body moved. On the hospital bed, my body sneezes. Code blue, a nurse shouted. 2 doctors rushed in. Everything is joyous chaos. Everyone seemed happy.
He's back. Let the healing begin.
Suddenly I felt pain everywhere. I was no longer hovering. I was inside my body. Chucks enters the hospital room holding my hand, praying. I spent 3 months in a coma, 3 more months in the hospital, and 2 months in rehabilitation. After 8 months, I was finally discharged. So what's next, brother? Asks Chucks.
I'm going home, I responded.
What? After everything you've been through?
Listen, Chucks, I came for my postgraduate diploma. I got it. But look at my life.
Flashbacks of working in the factory, struggling, experiencing racism, bullying, and other negativity.
I work in a factory, I live paycheck to paycheck, and the way we're treated here, I can't do this anymore. Seriously, I will be better off in my village.
Are you sure?
I have a plan, and I'll tell you once I settle back home.
2 months later, Nkemka arrived in Lagos.
Mama hugs him overjoyed. Thank you for fighting, brother.
You are really home, my son. But what is your plan? What will you do now? We spent the better part of the inheritance to send you to New York. What will you do now?
Mama laments.
Do not worry, Mama. We still have the land in the village. I plan to go into farming. I promise we'll be okay.
Their father's land transformed into a farm. He became a farmer. Inside Nkemka's farm warehouse, people are working and packaging dried fish. Boxes of dried fish are labeled for export.
Nkemka started exporting his dried fish and other types of farm produce all over Nigeria and also to London and the US.
Chuck's in New York, smiling, running his own business. Chuck's became Nkemka's U.S. distributor. He left the factory job and built something for himself. He became an employer and a business owner. A beautiful woman, Wuraola, smiling at me. I found love. Sunset over our land, Nkemka stands overlooking his farm, happy, content, and grateful.
I got a second chance at life, and by the grace and mercy of God, I made it count.